recorded, be recorded, go away. And for those of you, if you've missed last week's, I actually finally got last week's posted onto our YouTube page, and I put the link on the Tiki Trail page. So yes, thank you, Dorian. I finally was able to make that happen. So you'll see other episodes that come up here. We have 6 out of the 7 that have been recorded, because as those of you that were on know, the very first one, I thought about recording it as I was hitting end meeting. So that one we missed. But we more than happily reenact it for you if you'd like. So we've got what? 8 of these now. 8 of these that we've done. Holy cow! I was looking at them all last night. We've got a number. But welcome. Glad you guys are all here again. Glad we're not boring the crap out of you. Or I should say, glad you're so bored you show up anyways. Let's see. As you know, I'm Jeff Ballard. Tiki Trail is the site that I have, or the Tiki Comer app is what I've got. This whole event, the Aloha Friday Lives, are really about bringing everybody together. We all miss going out to the tiki bars and seeing everybody in person, sharing tiki cocktails, going to the marketplaces and buying stuff. So that's what we reenact here, under some really bright lights. I got to fix that light. That's kind of driving me nuts. So with that, tonight we have Blackstrap Rob from Strongwater right here in Anaheim, who is going to be helping us mix up a cocktail this evening. And this one was a bit of a challenge, but I was able to get the ingredients. Total Wine and More, they deliver. I like that. So that was a big help. I got a couple of things. I'm reasonably set for tonight. Hope you guys are as well. We have Los Pakalolos, who are going to be our musical guests for the evening. So after we make a drink with Robert, we'll have the band fire up. We've got Anthony on here. I'll be talking with him and the band. And then afterwards, we've got a number of artists. Ken Ruzic, Big Toe's nemesis. If I can say that, Ken. I see the two of you online going back and forth all the time. So I love watching that.
They're not nemesis.
I know, that was totally in jest. That was we have Miss Formaldehyde, who hello. So glad you're able to make it. We got you on tonight.
Yes.
You're kind of like on Jimmy Kimmel, where he always makes the apologies to Matt Damon. That's what we had to do to you last week, that we weren't able to get you on. So maybe that'll be the running joke. Always apologies to Miss Formaldehyde.
Yes.
Simply Gala is going to be on talking about some amazing juices. I should say syrups. Sorry, syrups. I mean that she has, and my bar is well stocked with some of those. I can definitely for those. And Leilani Loves Vintage and Tikiyaki Orchestra. We'll be talking with Jim Bacchi as well. So big lineup tonight. Lots of cool people. But for right now, I need a drink. It's been that kind of Friday. So, all right, let's see if I can improve my production values this week. So, Robert, I'm making you the spotlight video, and hopefully I'll remember to change it to the next person who do that. But
Come on.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Adamson, and I am here at Strongwater, Anaheim. I know that we were only open for 4 months, so a lot of you didn't get a chance to come down here and check it out. But if you go to our website, strongwateranaheim.com, you can see some of our virtual Zoom backgrounds that you can download, and you'll get a little tiny tour of what the restaurant looks like on the inside. I give you a virtual tour now, but this is the cleanest space right now. The rest of it is just a disaster as we're trying to get goes organized. Just a few things real quick. We are selling.
Hang on 1 second, Rob.
No problem.
I am going to hit the mute button for everybody because we got a lot of feedback. If you have questions, do ask. More than happy to have you jump in and ask questions as always. But just wanted to hit mute so we can hear Rob nice and clearly. Are you there, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. All right, I just want to show you 2 things before I make the cocktail quick, and we've got these really cool tiki shaker tins that are available, as well as tiki jiggers.
Are those on your website?
They will be Yeah, they'll be on our website, and they're part of a cocktail kit if you're interested. All right, so let's get this started. We're gonna make the Southeast Spice Trade, which is one of our signature cocktails. It's an award-winning cocktail for me. We won Best Cocktail in Orange County with it. It was called the Wait For It when my wife and I worked and owned the Blind Rabbit. And then Woodford Reserve, I did a competition for them, and we did Woodford Reserve Bourbon with this, and I was one of the 6 finalists in the world with this. But today we're just going to make it with 4 Roses Yellow Label Bourbon. The reason I wanted to give you the whole background on the cocktail was that it's very diverse in that you can use a whiskey, you can use a bourbon, you can switch it to a rum. It's a really simple drink. So we're going to do 2 ounces of 4 Roses Yellow Label Bourbon.
And you said any other bourbon would do as well.
Yeah. One of the great things about cocktails when they're the ones that win are the ones that are the most diverse. You can do almost anything with it, and it's flexible in its spirits. We're going to use allspice dram. This is St. Elizabeth's allspice dram. We're going to do about 3/4 of an ounce of that.
Oh, I win. This is the first time ever I've had the actual ingredient that you guys are using. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. We're going to use a little bit of fresh, is this pineapple?
That's pineapple.
Fresh pineapple, 2 ounces of fresh pineapple. If you use the canned pineapple, I would go a little bit less on the pineapple or a little bit less on the syrup because it has a sweetening agent in it. 3/4 of fresh lime juice. I'm so excited for this. I haven't had a drink in a while. And a 1/2 ounce of
Wait, Robert,
Yes, ma'am.
you said lemon on the recipe.
Oh, yeah, lemon. I'm so sorry. Lemon. It's been a while since I bartended, like 2 months. So I forgot. I apologize.
Okay, yeah. So I told you I'm going to slow you down, man.
No.
I got the bourbon in.
Yeah.
I got the allspice dram in.
Mhm.
And now you're saying the next is the pineapple.
2 ounces of pineapple, 3/4 lemon, 1/2, 2-to-1 simple syrup. Cool. And then we're going to shake it up with some ice.
So we can use simple syrup because you call out for cane syrup.
Simple syrup, cane syrup.
2-to-1.
We use a cane sugar.
We use a cane sugar.
We do 2 rich.
Yeah, and we do a 2-to-1 rich cane sugar. Sorry, my wife's on the side here talking to me. So
I was
it's
gonna
always
say,
going to be right any other way.
I think you need to bring her on. She needs to be on camera.
Come over here, babe. Shake it up.
All right. Oh, and ice. Yes, ice.
Yes. So you can go, we have our pebble ice, which I think is amazing. We, when we do cocktails to go, which I think you can see just over here, we actually provide the ice with you when you buy the cocktails with us. So that way you can get the drink just like you would in the restaurant.
So how do we order the cocktails to go? Is that on the website, and how do we pick them up?
Yes, through the website. Go to strongwateranaheim.com, and all of our cocktails are available there. We do have like various cocktails at various different times that change so that you can get something new all the time. My wife does an amazing milk punch, which is fantastic. If you've never had a milk punch before, it's delicious. And then we also sell syrups too. So if you're looking for something really interesting, like our Demerara banana syrup, of course the clarified milk punch, like I mentioned, taro colada, if you like something a little bit different, also very fantastic. Am I missing anything? Do we have any questions so far, Jeff?
Yeah, what all did I pour into my cocktail?
2 ounces of bourbon.
Dang it, I lost track of where it was. I'm trying to, how much pineapple did I put? Yeah, this is why I'm terrible back here. I don't know how much pineapple I put in.
2 ounces of pineapple.
No, I know that's what the recipe said.
Yeah.
I don't know if I looked at the wrong one. At any rate. See, I told you, I'm much better in front of the bar. Okay.
Nope.
So, and pickup is available, is there a specific time or any time?
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you again for asking that question. 4 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. After 3 on Thursday and Friday, till 8 o'clock. On Saturday, it's noon to 8, and then on Sunday, it's noon to 6.
Okay. So I'm going to go to your website tonight, and I'm going to order some cocktails to go. I'll be there tomorrow for that.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. And then we'll be, we just released our first gift card, if you guys are interested as well. It's a die-cast coin. You can see that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's worth $50 for goods and services at Strongwater. And then
What's on it? What's the picture? It's hard to see.
It's can you show it a little bit closer, Ben? I can only reach so far. It's a skull. It's actually the our first tiki mug, which will be released probably around November.
Skull with tentacles? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then the background is cracking and attacking, and that'll be our first bowl.
Nice.
Doug Horn designed both of those.
Ooh.
Both of mugs, but I designed the coin.
Nice.
Yeah. And you can purchase that by calling and just ordering one online.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
like just off to the camera to the left.
Yeah, it's like she's whispering into the microphone all the time.
So how long? So you guys have only had Strongwater open for a few months, but you said you had a bar prior to that. How long was? Is it Blind Rabbit?
The Blind Rabbit, yeah.
Blind Rabbit. Okay. See, I'm right next to the Blind Pig. I know New York has the Dead Rabbit, so it's like, okay, which one is it again? Okay.
All about handicapped animals these days.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry. So my wife and I owned and operated the Blind Rabbit for the last 6 years. We used to hold tiki nights there to develop this concept, and we've held tiki nights for about 4 or 5 years while we were doing that. But when the pandemic hit, some of my business partners and I decided that it would be best if we separated ways. And so it's been fantastic for me because I haven't worked out in 6 years. I get to sleep more. I'm eating regularly. All those things that I guess a healthy lifestyle is supposed to be. And we're putting all our efforts into Strongwater to make it hopefully as successful or better.
So yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm very anxious to get down there.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here.
So how big is the facility? How many seats?
Well, the Blind Rabbit was 35 seats. This one will sit about 65.
Oh, okay.
Give or take. With the new social requirements, I'm not sure where we'll be at, but
you can get 5 people in.
Probably.
Yeah.
But we have 2 separate bars in this bar. So there's a main room bar that sits about 45, and then a back room which seats the remainder. And that's one we'll be turning into the rum sipping room.
Very nice. All right.
Yeah, but nobody knows about that. This is the first time I told anybody publicly. So.
Okay, everybody on the Zoom, be quiet.
Breaking news. Yeah. But it's been a passion project. If you go to our Instagram, you can see the social media where my wife and I have been building this thing out over the course of the last year. Actually, it's taken 2 years to build, and everything from us installing the ceilings to just putting together everything, training, all of that stuff.
Very nice. Yeah, we're getting questions on the chat about ordering, so hopefully we address that one for you all, that you can get those here locally in Southern California. Sorry, Dorian. Sorry, Tiki Triangle. And anybody else who's not here in the local Southern California area. Oh, Brenda. Yeah, sorry, Brenda and Glenn. I will drink one in for each of you tomorrow, I promise.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jeff.
I don't know that I'll remember much of get the video up very soon, but yeah, I'll do that.
Very cool. How's your drink taste?
This is awesome. Okay. If I screwed it up very well because this is awesome.
Perfect. You can actually do it without the allspice dram, and it's also fantastic that way too.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not a big bourbon whiskey person, but I really like this. Thank you.
Perfect. Hey, anything I can do to introduce people to new spirits in a different way, we're super excited about. We should be rolling out with a new menu at the end of this month for to-goes, also new food and new drinks. So we'll kind of give you a chance to come back if you've already been here before. And, man, we're just so excited and grateful for the support. I mean, being open 4 months and being able to just be alive still is fantastic. And I hope that whatever changes come ahead, we all work together to just make sure everybody stays safe and we get through this.
That is the goal. And we keep hearing horror stories of how long this stuff may last. So hopefully we can get through a little bit easier, at least get out and mingle once again and actually see everybody in person. I love seeing everybody's faces. Oh, Ray, there you are. You're also up in Seattle, so you're not going to be able to go to Strongwater. Just sorry, guys. I'll let you know. It's really good.
Yeah,
This is your chance to have a drink made by Rob at, so you could have followed along.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can find another place to open another one, we'll do it.
Well, very good, man. I love this drink. So you said you had entered this one into a contest?
Last year, Woodford Reserve, which is a really great bourbon, really great rye. They held a contest, what they call a Manhattan contest, and I had entered in a Manhattan and I entered in a tiki drink. And both those drinks got me to the semifinals and eventually the finals. It was the top 6 in the United States, actually the top 6 in the world, of drinks that Woodford deemed worthy enough to be one of the best. So I was over the moon about that. And then, what's the other award that they did? Best cocktail in Orange County? The Golden Foodies. Yeah, the Golden Foodies did this thing where we have the best cocktail in Orange County, and this cocktail also won best cocktail for that.
Very nice. Yeah, I can see why. This is a great drink. I mean, we've got that bourbon base and the allspice just gives it a really, really different flavor.
Yeah.
It still feels tiki, but it's different.
I'm glad you like it. I really am.
Love bourbon and drinks.
I love bourbon out of a bottle. Bourbon, whatever.
I love bourbon in my mouth.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You go by Rob or Robert?
Robert.
Okay. So thank you very much, Robert. Definitely appreciate it. Like I said, this is phenomenal. So now we all have our cocktails. Let's move along to Los Pakalolos. I always have to look to make sure I'm saying it right because that is a mouthful. Anthony, I've got you. Let me unmute you. So we've done that. And yes, I know, guys, I made it the spotlight video. Look at that. I remembered this week.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Aloha, everybody.
Hey, Anthony.
Aloha.
Cool.
So
Okay,
you
so,
guys are a newish band.
Yes. We actually started, about August of last year.
Nice. And I found
so
you
only
guys
a few
because
months.
you followed me on Instagram, and I was like, hey, come on to the show. And
Oh man, we love it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So how would you describe your guys' music? What's your vibe?
We're all pretty much, different backgrounds. We got our guitar player, and he's more of the rockabilly, and me and the other guy are more punk. But we've never really tried anything like this, so we're like, let's just do it, man. And we really like the music, so why not? Why not try and jam? And it really took off pretty fast, so it's pretty good, man. It's pretty
Awesome.
good.
Well, instead of us talking about your music, why don't we get a tune from you, and maybe we'll chat a little bit more. And
Okay,
I've got
all right.
everybody on mute, so let me make sure, so that way
No
we
problem.
can hear you guys really well. I'm going to zap the mute all. I just love that power button. I've got all the control in the world. I give you your voice. Where are you? There you are. Okay.
Yeah, there we are.
You guys
There we
are
are.
live again.
All right.
Take it
There we
away.
are.
Howdy.
one more for you guys. Slower one. Enjoy your cocktail.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Having us, yeah,
Very
find our
nice.
music on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, pretty much anywhere. Those Pakalolos.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much.
All right. And that also gave me, I learned from last week. I made myself a backup cocktail. So I've got one in the chute. I'll be ready this week. Much better now. So hopefully you enjoyed that. These guys are pretty cool. Get out to Spotify and check them out. Los Pakalolos. Ooh, kind of like my diving into my radio days here. Let's go to Ken Ruzic. How are you, sir? Let me unmute you so we can hear you, and then I'm going to make you the spotlight video.
Oh no.
Yay,
Really?
spotlight. We can see your nose hairs.
Oh Lord. Okay.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Hanging out.
Well, thanks for joining us. We're definitely appreciative of that.
Thank you.
Just kind of wanted to catch up, see what you're up to, what you're doing in these pandemic times, creativity-wise and otherwise.
Drawing, reading. It's like a staycation. I love it. You know, it's what I usually do here at the studio anyway. So
I want to know about the otherwise.
the what?
The otherwise.
The otherwise. What does that mean?
He said, and otherwise. So I want to know what the otherwise is.
Oh, napping. Lots of napping. So what have you been doing during quarantine?
This. So yeah, this and working a whole lot. I love all the people saying that they don't have much to do. I am like up to my eyeballs in work.
You know, it's the perfect time to follow what you want to do for a while because, you know, you have nothing else to do.
So what is it that you are doing work-wise, creativity? Are you doing any new art that you're putting together? Any?
Yeah, lots. Let's see.
Anything you can
filled
share
a lot
with
of
us?
sketchbook up. This stuff. Just been doing that. Worked on these 90 tikis. Just doing little studies. You know, I wanted to see how far I could go with color and just, you know, see how far I could go before I got bored, basically.
And you're at 90 so far.
Yeah, I was at 90. And I ran out of paper this size, so.
Are those going to turn into anything down the road? A mug, a painting?
I'm thinking about when I do 100 of them to construct them into just a big print. And then hawk that.
So like an Andy Warhol, a tiki Andy Warhol on steroids.
It'll be kind of fun. It's kind of be about that size, and it would just have, you know, it'd be about maybe 3 to 4 inches a piece. You know, it'd be kind of fun. Be a fun reference or inspiration for artists and stuff too.
You should make him scratch and sniff.
Maybe. Or puff paint.
Yeah, you know, even if I didn't know Gina's voice, I'd be able to tell Gina just from her comments.
Oh, no kidding, man. I'm glad she's here for heckling, man.
Sounds like tiki trading cards, Kenny.
Yeah, kind of. Those are kind of fun. And then also I got, you guys saw that Tiki Farm bowl that I did.
Yay.
Nice, very nice.
Blue and a
We have
brown.
ours.
Yeah, and then what else have I been doing? Painting. Behind me over here. Wait, yeah, over there. it's like looking in a mirror. Yeah, I've been working on that for our November show, for like our Gargantua show with Doug and Tom, and then we just invited McBiff to be one of the Gargantuas this year. So we always do that annual show.
Right. So that'll be good. When, and you said that's what coming up when?
November.
November.
But I get started early so I can work on all the flyers and stuff.
Yeah, and you did.
I really do need to go to a barber. Looking at myself this whole time while we're talking. Holy shit.
No, I like to tell people before the pandemic started, I was 5'7". Now I'm currently 6'1".
No kidding.
I need to get a haircut. There's a reason I have a hat on. Yeah.
Take it off for a minute.
Keep it all under control.
Let's see it.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't look too bad right now.
Yeah, keep the hat on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's come flying out the side. I've got like a bozo thing going on here. Yeah.
I know. I just let it go. I just can't wait to get it bleached or something. I don't know. What the hell? Look at that. Crazy. It reminds me, remember those old cartoons where you'd have that little hobo tick on that dog? And he was all like with the little Molten Matilda thing, you know, walking through and those big giant hairs, you know. That's what I sometimes think of when I see that.
So are you thinking that you're the tick or that there's a tick walking through your big giant hairs?
Oh, no, I'd like to be the tick. That'd be kind of fun.
I was kind of curious there.
But let's see what else. I've been working on some other pieces for that. I got my Tiki Oasis piece done. Got to work on the one for Custom Frame Gallery up north next month. And what else have I been doing? Just, oh, I got some new mugs. You want to see some of the mugs we got in works?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. I don't even know. Holden's probably going to kill me, but this one we're doing is called Luck Luck, which is, what is that called? Takpasan, the PNG language. And it means like a gaze. Okay. So it's this guy. Oh, can you see it?
Oh, there we go.
There's the back. There's the sides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so doing that, and then Inferno Room, as soon as they open back up, we're going to start production on a Chief Skull mug.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
was
that
supposed
one's
to be
really
there
fun.
next month, but I don't know that that's going to happen.
I love those guys too. They're the kindest. And then for November, we tried to do a bowl last year. It fell through for the Gargantua show. And this year we're actually doing one. So we thought of the theme of Night Marchers, that the ghost legend from Hawaii. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Oh, it's like with the chiefs and warriors and stuff, and they march through these areas, even through houses and whatnot, but they take a specific path. But it's almost like the wedding of the fox in Japanese folklore, where you're not supposed to like look at it. You know, it's like kind of taboo or tapu or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's just very mysterious. So we're doing a version of the Night Marchers Bowl, and we each get a little pillar in the corner. And so here's my one we're gonna do.
Oh wow.
And then we're gonna have Doug's or Tom's or McBiff's on this side, then the other two corners are gonna be the other two guys. Yeah.
Now, are you going to do a mug of just that guy as well, or just is he only looking in the bowl?
I was thinking of it, but I don't like to self-produce my mugs. It's a pain in the ass. You know, I would rather just draw it, send it off. So I don't know. I'll pitch it to Holden and see what happens.
Yeah, because that was looking pretty cool. I'd love to have that as a standalone mug.
Yeah, he's kind of fun. Thank you. Thank you.
So I've seen your art at the Bamboo Club. You were part of doing the mural for that location. Any other, for those people that aren't familiar with you who are on the call on the show, what other locations have you done that they might have seen your work?
Let's see. I had some pieces in Howie's Tiki in Texas before that came down, and then Frankie's. I got some pieces. Inferno Room, I have a couple mugs there. I've got a Cannibal King mug, and I've got my drum mug, and then we're going to work on that skull mug, and got a menu for that. I don't know. I don't really know where else. I just sit in here and be a hermit and just do my thing and go out every once in a while, you know?
Wow. Well, you've got some really cool art. I love seeing the stuff that you have there. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we have your website. Now, do you have things for people to purchase on your website?
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Lots of stuff. In
Or
fact, I got some.
like Woody Miller, who has an empty website and tells us all the stuff we can't buy that we really want.
Come on, Woody, get with it, bro. Yeah, I just restocked this piece, my Great Wave, the tribute to Hokusai. So I put a few of those on there. And then I have a brand new print. This one right here, Underworld Expedition, which was a smaller piece. So I was really happy I was able to get it photographed nicely and shot a little bit bigger for people who like that more dark tiki stuff. And then I also sell original drawings, but then this one I decided to sell as the drawing on the page as well as make some prints because it's just so fun. You know, I'd like to make it accessible to more people. Little hideout piece with these little guys down here hiding from these furies up here.
Oh, nice.
They think they're all stoked and, hidden away, but then all of a sudden, this little croc comes up right here. And these guys start sending off an alarm, so you get this nice little tension in it,
So when you start with something like that, what do you take LSD beforehand? What stokes the creativity? What's coming on that page?
And then everything else is just a little bit of gravy on top,
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot. That helps, I used to do LSD back in when I was a Marine. I hope my mom's not watching this. Jeez. But, you get what you can from that, and then,
You still have coloring books available too?
Yes, I do. Those are on the website. Here's another new one that's on the site. Let's see. So what have you been reading lately?
Oh, yeah, me? No, I've been reading work stuff. So a thrilling book called Outside In, The Power of Putting Customers at the Center of Your Business. Although I have picked up a couple of cool books on rum. So I've got a rum handbook, the rum manual, and I can't remember the name of the other one now. It was quite a nifty it's a great name. I wish I could remember it, but it's upstairs in my den. So yeah, I'm trying to get into some of the cooler things like rum.
Yeah, I just like to drink it.
Yes, as do I.
Oh, I should show you some mugs before my time runs out, huh?
Please do.
I got some mugs for sale on Etsy. Yeah. You want to see them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. This is your time to shine, man. Show us.
Okay.
Show it to me first so that I can go buy it before anybody else does.
Yeah, I have a few of these left over. I think I sold, I kid you not, like about 12 or 13 mugs just last week on that site. It's weird. Freaks me out. But these are kind of UV activated a little. I don't know if you can see the glow on it. Like that. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Like
beautiful.
that and yeah, this. There we go. Woo! Got some of those online, and then I still have a couple remaining Tiki Rob collaborations we did based on a little Laughing Idol I did. So I think this one's sold, but there's 2 more on there. And oh yeah,
The same glaze on that one. That was nice. I like that glaze.
yeah, they're all different. They're all, so you can go check out. This right here is a collab I did with Daniel Mann, and she was able to send me some that were just glazed on the inside, so that way I could paint them on the outside and seal them. But then I'm offering these little guys, Sepik River Sammys, in different colors with a little pendant. Look at that she made. She made some little pendants, so I painted those up too.
Nice.
Yeah. And I just got basically just drawings and custom stuff and prints on that page. And then I also have a website too. Look at this. Check this out. Huh?
Ah, there you go. I love it.
Take a screenshot and flip it, you guys.
No, it comes out right for us.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's weird. It looks backwards to you as you look at the monitor, but for us, it looks good.
Oh, geez. Oh, here, you want me to share a piece I'm not supposed to share?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Again, don't tell anybody, you guys. Keep it secret.
I've seen it.
Yeah, these are for that November show as well. We pick different subjects for the Gargantua show. We vote on them. And so one of them this year was one I really wanted. It was it's Formosa / Japan, because that's Japan's original name, Formosa. And since I love doing that hokusai study of that great wave, I decided to do another hokusai, and I did this one based on a piece of his called, appropriately, The Tipsy Maiden.
This one's brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, wow.
So that one's a wood burn and acrylic. And I put
That one's brilliant.
and a little lei in her hand and stuff.
Gosh, that's amazing.
So great. So great.
And you said that one's on the site or no?
No, that one's going to be available in November.
November. That's our secret that we have.
And here's my Oasis piece. It's called Stumbling Back from the Room Crawl.
I like that one.
I noticed 2 drinks in the hand, drink in each hand. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way you do it, man. And then this one's a Night Marchers piece for November too, because one of our subjects is Night Marchers.
Oh, wow.
And then we always pick a wild card for those shows. And I got picked this time because we draw them out of a hat. And so I was like, yeah, because last time I did, I named self-portraits for a show, and they hated me because no one wanted to do a self-portrait. But I figured, hell, do it for history, you guys. And they finally all did. Really cool. But this year I got to pick the wild card, and it was Still Lives. So I can't wait for everyone to do a nice old school still life or what in each of our appropriate styles.
Wow, that's way cool. So, man, your art is really varied. I can see a lot of different influences that you put into the canvas. I mean,
well, it's different styles. It's whatever it calls for. If you want a certain mood, maybe this style will work, or maybe that style will work. And plus, it's I don't know. I think for me, I would stagnate if I just stuck with one style particularly. There's always an element of play you got to have. If you don't have that, what's the point of doing it?
Well, man, let me tell you, you are doing some really cool stuff. I love your stuff.
Well, thank you, man.
And your website, kennyruzic.com, as you showed on the paper there. And yeah, right
yeah, right. Woo!
And when he doesn't have that up, and we're doing something else, you've got it in the chat room as well. So a lot of good comments on there. Yeah. Ron says we can all relate to that. I'm presuming it's when coming back from the room crawl with a couple of drinks in your hand.
Totally.
On.
Totally.
So a lot of great comments. People love your stuff, so that's cool. I'm not surprised. You do have some great work, man.
Next.
All right. Well, thank you. And
Yay.
see if we can go talk with Mr. Tikiyaki. There we go. Jim Bacchi. Let me unmute.
Yeah.
Is it Bacchi or Bacchi? I don't want to.
Bacchi.
Bacchi. Okay. Okay. There we go. Look at that. You guys have got to be so proud of me that I'm making all these great transitions. Last week I learned, or a couple weeks ago, I learned to use the spotlight, but I would always forget. And they're like, hey, we're still seeing the last person. So yeah, maybe it's because I've drank less this show. I don't know. Anyway, Jim, welcome.
Hi. How you doing?
So talk to us about the Tikiyaki Orchestra, man. You guys do some amazing stuff. Love you got music and art that I've seen out there supporting the band. So
Yeah, I've had a couple of mugs done. The records, of course, and also a thing I'm doing on the side with my buddy Matt Reese. We have a little company we started called Home Aloha, and we released our first mug. Matt and myself designed it, and John Mulder did the sculpt and the production on it. So, and that's this guy right here.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
And basically the name of the mug is Home Aloha spelled backwards. And don't ask me to say it, but it's Ola. I can't even say it, but
yeah,
that was my idea, and I can't even say it. But that's still available in this color orange. We did one in blue, and this is the orange version, which is still a lava orange, still available. And all that stuff is available with anything musical that I do. I'm copying Ken here.
There you go. Awesome.
Boom.
We have that in the chat as well. So
cool. Yeah, and as far as musically goes, I was working on a new Tikiyaki Orchestra record, and I kind of wanted to work those songs out with the band, and then this happened, so we had to stop rehearsing. But I have several songs written, almost the entire record written, and I was sending the demos off to the guys, and we started rehearsing them, and then no rehearsing, no seeing anybody. So what I did when this thing started was I did a little kind of sort of like what would be unplugged for my band. It's just me, just a couple of guitars and some percussion. And I did a little 4-song download EP called Tikiyaki minus Orchestra, Sketches with Guitars and Bongos. And that's available. I did it, it's mostly as a Bandcamp. You can purchase it there. But if you just go to tikiyakiorchestra.com, it directs you to it. And it's 4 songs. It's just real kind of stripped down, kind of surf guitar and some bongos and a light percussion. And I released that, and a lot of people responded really well to that. So I may do another set of 4 songs and maybe a third set and then release the whole thing as a physical copy. But for now, it's just the 4 songs. And so I did that. That was my first kind of pandemic project. And then in the meanwhile, I had started I'm re-releasing the first Tikiyaki Orchestra record, which came out in 2007, Stereo Exotique. I did a re-release for vinyl. I had, I don't know if you guys know MP, Michael Parton, artist. He did the cover for me like a Black Velvet style, and those records are getting shipped to my house now. So that's going to be available really soon on vinyl. And recently, before that, last year I re-released the second Tikiyaki Orchestra album, Swingin' Sounds for the Jungle Jet Set, which is still available on white bone-colored vinyl. I can show you what that looks like in a second. Let me find it. Sorry, I don't have it readily available, but.
No, that's all right. And we've got one of our viewers, Dorian, who I can't believe she's out running in the Texas heat, but She's been listening on the last few runs, been listening to some of your music. And she's out running in the Houston heat.
This is the sealed version, so. What? Oh, I can't find it.
Good.
And there's a suggestion for you guys to do a Zoom chat practice.
Oh yeah, I wish we could. I don't think this is the blue version, but that one sold out. Now we have them available in bone white. I just don't. I'm not going to run back and find it for you, but it's on the website. A Zoom thing would be cool, but there's a lot of us and there's a lot of technology involved, and I don't think we can pull that off right now. So yeah, that's what I had planned, and of course, all of the stuff like the vinyl reissue of Stereo Exotique, I was gonna release that at Tiki Oasis, Arizona. That got pushed back. For the summer, we had recorded. We do in our shows 2 medleys of songs that we did for Tiki Oasis shows in the past. The Spy year, we did a Spy medley, and we play that at a lot of our shows, and people love that. And then we did a medley of space songs, which was like Lost in Space.
She doesn't know how long she did.
Several different songs in a medley, and I recorded those 2 medleys for a 7-inch single, and
It's definitely much better than she was earlier.
and I was going to release that at Tiki Oasis in San Diego because we were performing there too, and all that 7-inch got put on hold. So I'm hoping that Tiki Oasis San Diego happens, but the way things are looking, I don't know, because I'm bummed because Paradise Point is amazing.
Yeah.
I walked the grounds there and I immediately, messaged Otto and I'm like, that's going to be the most amazing location for Tiki Oasis. So I'm hopeful it still happens because we're slated to play the luau portion of that on, I think it's Saturday by the pool or Thursday. I'm not sure. Thursday, sorry. But we were going to be the main artist for that night performing, but we'll see. Hopefully it still happens.
Yeah, those are some beautiful grounds.
Oh my God, it's what you would want for a tiki event. I mean, it looks like an old Hawaiian resort. It's basically its own island. It's spread out. It's surrounded by water and beaches. It's perfect.
But I'm anxious to see what tiki purists will think of that location next year when it's a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville.
I personally don't care because Otto always dresses the property up, whichever one he has it at. And that's usually, again, my buddy Matt usually does a lot of the decor for the stage at least and for other things. And MP paints the signage. By the time Tiki Oasis takes over, it's Tiki Oasis and there'll be very little Buffett to find, I think.
Yeah. I found it ironic that it's moving or changing owners, and that's what it's going to be starting next year.
Yeah, I know. It would be ideal if it was Trader Vic's or something, but whatever. It's Buffett, whatever. A lot of people come over to Tiki from Buffett.
Oh, absolutely.
And still enjoy the Buffett. So, look, I like Margaritaville. I loved it when I was a little kid. I like it now. I don't really care,
Yeah, I refer to them as the gateway drug for Tiki.
For some, yeah. For some. I think so.
So let's see. And bone vinyl and jacket look awesome. And yeah, somebody found the humor in that as well. Oh, dang, it fell into my cart. So apparently you already have made a sale.
Awesome. Thank you.
So that is awesome. I won't ask you about your next gigs because none of us know when we're getting out again. So
yeah, I know. Tiki Oasis, Arizona is now been moved to October 31st. San Diego is still on the books as far as I know. And then there were a couple other things. There's a Tiki event that's happening in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Week before Tiki Oasis, Arizona, we're playing that as well. I think as 5-0, but smaller band is playing that one.
Okay.
And that's the lowbrow luau.
Yep.
So yeah, we're slated for that. And yeah, we got a lot of we had a great year of gigs planned out. And we were going to play a Surf Guitar 101, and that's probably getting moved or blown out. We had a whole year of great gigs lined up, so I'm a little bummed, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Stay creative during that time. I'm doing other things with my other band entities, and keep them busy doing that stuff. I had lots of records coming out this year with different things, and now it's all, we're moving them around and pushing them back and what have you. So
yeah.
But I can't wait to get back and press the flesh with everybody as best as we could. I don't know how that's going to go, but with masks, hi, how you doing? Aloha,
Yeah.
It's like we're all going to look like we do at the supermarket, like this. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be weird, and I feel bad for the restaurants and stuff that are gonna have to lower their capacity, and that's gonna be difficult for everybody. Just same thing with the events. All this weird.
Hey, I can tell you, if we have to social distance at room parties, I think I'll be happy, because there'll be space to actually walk around in a room party.
Yeah, I've played so many of those room parties where it's 1,000 degrees and the sweat's pouring down and people are pressed up against you, and that's all cool. But you're so glad for it to be like, okay, the set's over, and I go right out to the for the Crown Plaza, go right out to the terrace and get air. So that's.
Hey Jim, what about the shows in Huntington Beach? We caught you last year on the same ticket with the Tiki Shakers. You guys were awesome, the 5.0. Is that on your list?
Oh, the pier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we had. I talked to Jeff about playing the pier. I don't know if I secured a date, but again, they shut down Huntington Beach, and of course Huntington Beach fought back, and that's a whole big mess. Because I live literally, 5 miles down PCH from the pier. We did plan on playing there. I don't know if they're going to have that series because of the beach closure, so I don't know. We did plan on doing it though, so I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Thanks.
Yeah. So.
Well, thank you very much, Jim. Definitely appreciate that. And website in the chat room, and I'm sure he's going to be happy to put it back up there again for you. So definitely
you can find everything I'm doing there. So.
And you guys are on iTunes as well, correct?
iTunes, Tikiyaki Orchestra, and Tikiyaki 50. Instagram is Tikiyaki Official, I think. It's my Instagram. And yeah, you can find us on iTunes pretty easily. So music's available for download, for physical copy purchase on the website and everywhere else. So
perfect.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, let me jump over to our next visitor. I am looking for Ms. Formaldehyde. Where do we have Ms. Formaldehyde? Okay, if you can wave at me, because there you are. I was like, I know I saw you here. There we go.
Hi.
And I have everybody on that view where you can see everyone. It's like, okay, find the next guest. Find the guest. And this makes it easy.
Okay.
There we go. So how are you doing? Oh, Beatles, love that. Nice. How are you doing?
Good. I'm in my son's room. My craft area is way too messy too.
Well, then you're raising your son right, what I can say. So, yeah. So how have you been now that we have no marketplaces to be able to sell your lovely... Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but you seem to have a lobster on your head.
I do.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat one.
Oh, I love that. That is awesome. So now that we don't have these marketplaces, what are you doing to entertain yourself and to share your wonderful craft?
I'm smoking a lot of pot.
Yeah. All right.
And making a lot of stuff. That's Yeah. We have been, trying to do different virtual markets. I think it's totally different now, considering we're so used to. I know I'm used to just going out almost every weekend to a market.
Right.
Because I do more than TV, and it's just a trip that just for I literally had 22 events scheduled and every one of them canceled. And I think when you are at home and you're by yourself, sure it's cool, but I think all of us have hit like a depression, because you're so used to being out, having fun, being around people and seeing your friends and seeing bands play, and all of a sudden, you've got to be stuck at home, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But, when you're used to going out every weekend, it's different when you're an artist. You just have to do online only.
Yeah. So what, your website, we have it listed in the chat room here.
Yeah.
Instagram, we got you, and on Etsy. I love that. You guys are all prepared with your little signs. That's amazing. So show us some of the cool stuff you have.
So I have the lobster.
The lobster.
I have made this week, I made little toucan bamboo earrings.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like a bird freak. I love birds. So I did little.
Bird is the word.
And I have been doing different tiki earrings. I have some new tiki stuff coming out this weekend on Sunday. You guys can see.
And we have a couple of people a little hard to understand you. So if you, I don't know if it's close enough to the mic or what.
Let me move closer. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Is that better? I'm as close as I can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, get closer. Get closer.
I'm like, look. So this is my new bird piece I did. I also have been making taxidermy for home. So I do a lot of horror conventions.
That's not a headdress, is it?
Huh?
That's not a headdress, is it?
No, this is for your wall.
Okay, okay.
Whew. So I've been doing for your for people who don't, wear head things, but for your tiki bar, I've been doing different stuff for that. And let's see. Then I have a fish. I always do huge.
Nice.
So I do turbans. I have probably 3 weeks of custom orders right now. I've been pretty lucky with a lot of customers who've come and done custom orders. I'm super excited. Thank you. Thanks to everybody who supports small artists.
Yeah, you do a lot of really good work. So I'm not surprised you get a lot of repeat artists or repeat business. So that is way cool. And your site again, if you put that up there.
MissFormaldehyde.com. You can find me on Etsy or Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad we were able to fit you on. Well, not fit you on, get you on this week. Technology-wise, we were able to make that happen. So glad to have you aboard. And we'll make sure to keep promoting you and what you're doing, because you have some pretty cool headdresses.
Thank you.
We need to move you into hat fobs. We need hat fobs for the guys.
Okay. I can do custom orders.
Okay, awesome. That works. All right, so let's see. Now we have Simply Gala. Let's talk to, let me unmute you. Gala, there we go.
Hi.
You. And now, look at that. It's like I'm semi-professional. I make these spotlight changes effortlessly. There we go. So how are you?
I'm hanging in. Been a lot all at once. We were in the middle of moving from Southern California to, I guess this is Central California when everything happened. So it feels like we kind of got stuck in the middle of transition.
But you were able to get everything moved during this time?
we got everything moved, but the house we moved into, the tenants before us had trashed it. So we've been like rebuilding the house from the ground up, basically. And part of why we moved back this direction was to be close to my family, and now I haven't gotten to see any of them. Although we do have one of each of our children living with us while we're here, so that's nice.
Oh, that is very nice. Now,
Yeah.
where did you move? You were in Southern California. Where did you move to?
We're in Stockton right now. So I've been in Northern California for 30 years, and I moved back to Southern California to marry my husband, Jason, who was like my high school sweetheart. But then we couldn't afford to move back to the East Bay. So we're close. we're Bay Area adjacent, I like to say.
Bay Area itch. Well, you have some amazing syrup.
Oh, thank you. I've even have I've got, this is my newest. This is so I do a seasonal syrup every season, sort of.
I have the chat box in front of that. What was that one again? Can you hold that one up?
This is tamarind chili.
Ooh.
Inspired by, so what happened was for my birthday, some friends of mine sent me the little gift pack that
Deadhead.
No, yeah, but the rum company, Deadhead.
Yeah, Deadhead.
Oh.
Hi, Gala.
Hi.
Yeah, Deadhead.
And then so Dawn and Allie from Domestic Tiki sent me that for my birthday, and then Allie started asking if I could make the syrup, and then it was like, if I'm going to go through the trouble to make a little bit, I may as well make it my seasonal syrup, and it's super delicious. So I made I skipped a season because things have been nuts. So I had the gingerbread syrup for winter. I just kind of skipped spring. This will be summer. We'll kind of see how it plays out.
Did you like that cocktail? The Lucha
That was
Libre?
delicious. It was great.
Really good, yeah. Okay. Just checking.
So, yeah, so business has been, it's been different, just like Miss Formaldehyde was saying. We had tons of shows stacked up. The plan was, we just got back from Atlanta, like literally got back from Atlanta a week before lockdown. Now I'm trying to figure out how to drive, my business online, although it's tough. Things are heavy. And it's been going pretty well. Like, people seem to be picking up on it. We've been shipping a lot. Like, we're pretty busy. I've been trying to get some different little sets together. Like, I have a little tiki set of 5 ounces for people who don't know what they really want to try stuff. And I'm making a couple different variations now, one with grenadine instead of passion fruit. So, hanging in there.
Yeah, I love your stuff. So the tamarind, that's available now?
Yes. It's on the website, and as of yesterday, it even has a label. The first 5 I sent out, I literally hand wrote a label and stuck it on.
Oh, I want that one because I'll put it up in the Tacky Tiki as a one of the
I
original.
should have sent you when Jason was labeling my small falernums. One ended up upside down, which we sent out in a set, and I don't know if they'll appreciate it, but I'm like, this is the kind of thing you hold on to, right?
Oh yeah, no, mine's right side up. Okay. Darn, that'd been pretty cool to have. So, and I have hang on, because I have one in my fridge that it's not tiki, but it is damn good, and that's your old fashioned. Oops.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The old fashioned. So, what goes into the old fashioned syrup?
So the old fashioned syrup is basically everything except the bourbon. It's got bitters, orange, cherry, sugar. So the idea is that the only thing you'd need to do is just pour some of that and some whiskey in a glass and stir it, or if you want to rum old fashioned or whatever. So it's, some people like to make the old fashioned themselves. Some people don't really know how. Some people don't want to. So
like to do it
I think it stands up to any old fashioned you would mix yourself. So.
Yeah, no, it does. It's very good. And I love it because it's really quick and simple. Like on a Friday before I was doing these, it's like, I don't want to mess around with, 5, 6 ingredients. Just pour a little bit of this, pour a little bit of that, and we're good to go.
And the other nice thing is that, like, I don't like my old fashions very sweet. Jason likes them sweeter than I do. You know, it's so you can kind of adjust it to your own taste, like anywhere from like a half an ounce to an ounce of syrup makes a totally different drink, which is nice.
So a very important question, and it comes from a friend. It's not for me. So once you open these, how long are they good for?
Okay, so it's a good question, and I don't have a, okay, so safely, several months. I have things in my fridge that I use that have been in there 6, 7 months. It's kind of like if it still tastes good and it doesn't have anything growing on it, it's fine. And once if you see something in there that doesn't look like it like syrup, probably throw it out.
Well,
or if it starts to bubble, things like that. You know, I make them rich, simple, 2 to 1, and so that they stay good much longer, because water is what goes bad. So the less water, the longer it lasts.
So yeah, no, good. And I'll let my friend know that that is probably still good to drink. So how did you get into syrups? I mean, it's I've seen a few vendors. You've got a competition, a very big one that's out there. Love your stuff. I will say that, and love the things that you're doing. I think that's some pretty cool stuff you got.
So I got into it. So I have a culinary degree. So I used to cook for a living. And then I took 10 years off of that and was a computer programmer to put my kids through college and whatnot. And then after my kids were done with school and I wanted to kind of live a life I liked better, I started bartending in the East Bay. And I loved that. Like, it's just, like, I'm a very social person. I love cocktails. It was a really good gig for me. And then when I moved to Southern California, I moved to Temecula, and I couldn't find a job doing that. So I just kind of was trying to figure out what to do with my life. I used to have a business doing marmalades. So I restarted that. And then what happened was somebody gave me like 30 pounds of Meyer lemons. And it was too much to make marmalade out of. So I'm like, oh, I'll make some syrups out of it. And then I made a couple other syrups, and then it just kind of, the two didn't work together, and it just kind of turned into this. So it was a way for me to continue to do the 3 things I love, which is being in the kitchen, talking to people all the time, and cocktails. So.
Very nice. Yes. I love it when dreams all come together as one. And a question about how long somebody who's a goody two shoes. How long do they last unopened?
Like a year, 6 months to a year. Again, it really depends on a lot of things, like how you're keeping them, where you're keeping them, if you got them from me the week I made them or 3 months after I made them. So, I don't want to give anybody information that, like, basically, if they look good, they're good. But why are you keeping them for a year unopened? Like, you bought syrups, drink them.
Right, exactly. No, it definitely will be drinking these. So
a reusable commodity, people.
Well, now that I'm home a lot more often, I'm starting to go through all my stock. So I'm enjoying the fact that I have some of your syrups to help me do that. So.
And even if you're not, like, they're good for things besides cocktails. They go really well in coffee, tea, things like that. You know, I actually just put together a set that I'm kind of doing as a coffee set, you know, because I do know people who aren't drinking. I have a feeling when this is all over, a lot of people are going to be going through some, like, Alcoholic Anonymous, like, detox sort of things. So they make great mocktails. They go great in iced tea, all that good. Sparkling water, make your own sodas.
AA and Weight Watchers are going to be big hits after this is all over. Yes. Jenny Craig. Well, thank you, Gala. I definitely appreciate it. Always great seeing you. Bummed that you're no longer in Southern California, but
we're there all the time. We still have family there, and I still am signed up for every show. The whole plan was we were going to travel. You know, we're going to have all this. We were going to buy a van and go from show to show and live a vagabond life, or spend the rest of our lives locked in our house. One of the two.
Yeah.
Jill, I saw your question. Do I make a sugar-free syrup? I do not. My reason is that I try to only make like my whole thing is I want to only use like natural ingredients. There's not really a way to do that sugar-free. So, use less.
So not keto friendly, but damn good. All right. Well, thank you, Gala. Definitely appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Let's see. We have next up on the playlist, Leilani. Again, I'm trying to find you. I saw you earlier. Maybe you're on my second page. Nope. Did we lose Leilani? Huh. I do not see her. Nor do I hear her. So I think we lost a guest. That's the first time that's ever happened. All right. Well, hey, how's everyone doing? 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, everybody's here. Okay. Got everybody. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but hopefully we'll get her back. Oh, Ken has offered to dance and sing. Thanks, man. Thanks. I'll say to you like my mom used to always say, my loving mom also used to say to me, you can sing, honey, just sing solo. So low we can't hear you.
I think my mom used to say that kind of thing to me too.
To this day, I will
far, far away.
Yes, exactly. You know, song far, far away. Please do it. Yeah. So, ooh, there's the pup. I like the pup there. So Sam, who have we next week? Oh, hang on, I muted you. And let me take I'll make you the spotlight video, Sam. There you go. For all the hard work you do, I'm making you the spotlight video.
Here to go.
So I'm not sure what happened to Leilani. I hope she can join us next Friday. So next week we have Liz Lagunas from Surf City Steelworks. She'll be joining us and she'll be heading the tour along. And then our musical guest is going to be Chief of the OC. You might remember him from Don the Beachcomber.
Yes.
And we have a couple special guests for the Makain Marketplace. We have Sophista Tiki, Don Frazier. We have Pin Tiki. We have Corey Smith Creative. And we have Jezebel's Fascination.
Okay, I really need to talk to you about these artists because I'm going broke. We're putting on such good artists.
I had the same issue.
Yeah, so this is, hopefully you guys are finding some really good stuff. And I know I've gotten messages from some of you that you guys are out buying from our artists. So definitely appreciate that very much. So let me see if I can untake. Oh, there we go. Cancel the spotlight video. There we go. Now we're back on everybody. So yeah. How are we all doing out there? Everybody still have the drink going? I think everybody is, let me unmute everyone. What are you drinking there, Brenda? I like the
Is
glass.
Robert still there from Strongwater?
He has turned into a Collins a highball glass. Oh, yeah. No. I think he put it on the special video there. So looks like, yeah, we got anybody else got anything they wanted to bring up?
I have a question for Ken. So the mugs that come with the pendant, are they available now, or how do I?
They're on
Site or
no, Etsy.
Oh, Etsy. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, on this one.
On your.
I feel like I forgot to hold a sign up, but it's simplygala.com. The name of the syrup.com.
That's very easy to remember.
It's okay. I'm already on the website.
Very good. I love it when we have people buying stuff. Yeah.
Just don't tell my wife.
Gala, do you have a jalapeno syrup too, or just the tamarind chili? And what chili do you?
I've been thinking about doing like a mango habanero or something, but no.
Which chili you use for the tamarind chili?
So, funny story. I started out by using ancho chili, and they weren't spicy at all, the ones I got, and I just didn't like the taste of it. So part of why it took me so long to make it, it's not like I can get things right now. So I'm actually using a combination now of ancho chilies and dried Thai chilies.
Hey. Spicy.
Nice. Yeah, I love a good spicy drink.
And that's just seasonal, right?
I think so. I mean, unless it ends up being like, we'll see.
Very
It's not
nice.
like gingerbread where I can't make, where it'd be weird if I made it in summer.
So Gina,
spicy's good.
How are the tiki, the drink kits going with Deadhead?
Good. I sell them all the time. Well, how did you like yours? You never opened it and whatever. So
Yeah, I'm still doing that opening video thing.
Unboxing.
Unboxing. Yeah, there you go. I'm doing an
with
unboxing.
special music in the background.
And my goal is to get to it this weekend, just like the last 3 weekends. But I'm going to make it happen this weekend.
Yeah, well, those kits are still available online at the Iconic brand, so anybody wants to try one.
It was a good drink. I quite enjoyed it.
And for the fact that you're making 2 drinks, you're getting an ounce and a half or so of the rum, and the cost and the ship, it's all pretty good. I mean, I've had it, obviously I've had it, and I thought it tasted delicious. So that's why when you said you were making the syrup, I thought, well, that's a good syrup,
Yeah.
with a lot of different stuff.
It was inspired by that drink for sure. I guess Dawn and Hallie liked it so much that Hallie was like, I need buckets of that syrup. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, cool.
So Gina, when's the new Deadhead bottle coming?
I don't know.
Coming out.
I don't know.
They're still doing the plastic around the glass?
They did a bunch of production on that, so they still have to sell it. And the glass will come out soon. I don't really have a date. When it's in Kim's hands, then that's when it will be available. There's a lot of issues with Mexico now. I don't even know if there's a problem with COVID or whatever. I don't really know. So I can't say any dates.
We were supposed to.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because I noticed my stock. I added some lights up to my rum collection, and I was moving things around and picked up the Deadhead.
You can still,
this is empty.
You can still get 6 here, and you can still get chocolate, and you can still get everything. Even the tequila's available online, the Apocalypto and whatnot. So just go check out the site and order away.
Yeah, that I will do. That I will do.
And we're waiting for the anniversary. There's a whole anniversary bottle and a whole container box with the etching. It's really, really cool art. And that's forthcoming too. I just can't say dates right now. So
right.
I can't say things right now.
Yeah, no dates of
Okay.
when they're releasing. Yeah, release dates. But when I know, you'll know.
Okay.
Awesome. You heard it here first. You'll tell us all.
Yeah.
All righty, guys. Well, that's all that we've got for tonight. So don't know if there was any other chit chat you all wanted to do. I see Jungle Ginger.
I wish Robert was still there from Strongwater. I was going to ask
I
him.
saw a hand move by.
I see movement.
Robert. I think
Robert from Strongwater. Oh, I see
I'm
movement.
gonna get Robert back for you guys right now, okay? Hi guys.
How are you? No, I can just talk to you.
Oh yes. We're just preparing for tonight's service. It's a little crazy tonight, so it's good.
So we remember the beginning of Strongwater, and that the bar, I thought, was going to be dedicated to a gin experience.
Yeah. So
and then now he said it was going to be a rum experience, and then the COVID came and you couldn't do the gin rum thingamajigger. And
we actually were operating the gin room for about 3 months prior to actually shutting down. And it did really well in a sense that if you love gin, and gin is my jam, so I really enjoyed it. But when people came here, they expected rum. And they didn't really understand why we had something like this. And we knew it would take at least a year for people to understand what we were doing. But after trying to figure out like what's going to go on after COVID or during it, or being forced to open back up likely this year, we thought a higher end rum room would be a little more beneficial for us, because we know our clientele and the people that love us really enjoy rum. So
Yeah.
it's not to say that we won't have gin or other things available for people. I think our focus is going to be slightly shifted, and honestly, that could change next month, just depending on how things are with the world, you know?
Well, you mentioned that you were gonna possibly have like almost like I don't want to say a night, but you were gonna separate the bar and do a gin experience and a rum experience.
It's going to the sales thing.
Like singularly, not the whole bar every time you're open, but maybe when you get open, you might step back. That would be cool.
We actually were running it strictly for just gin. And so we had a lot of people in the gin room that like 50% loved it and 50% was like, why can't I get a rum cocktail in here? You know? So of course we're like hospitality folks, and we're just like, absolutely, whatever you want, you can get a rum cocktail, we'll run it for you, not a big deal. But we're just trying to gauge our clientele. We're in downtown Anaheim, and we get a lot of people that, you know, are traveling, visiting Disneyland, looking for other fun things to do. Of course, hit the Trader Sam's, the surrounding areas, and we're kind of like the new kids on the block, you know? So we're just...
We had a terrific experience, and we can't wait till you reopen, so.
Oh, we can't wait too. I remember you folks. Oh, we'll see you on here. Yeah. Thank you so much for having us. And sorry we weren't here throughout the whole thing. We have a lot of orders today, so that's a good thing.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's hard to tell. All those tikis look the same.
I know. Oh, yeah. But thank you, everyone. Have a great day, and thanks for having us on.
Thank
you. Bye. Aloha.
Yeah, I love the cannibal tiki that they've got there. That's cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that'll do it for another Aloha Friday.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Thank you. This has actually been awesome. And I know what it's like trying to be the guy behind the scenes for Zoom. So you are handling it rather well. Keep up. Hang in there, brother. And thank you, everybody, for making this awesome. I look forward to the Fridays and seeing you all on this. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
They've been awesome. Thank you very much.
Open up your video there, dude.
Oh, man. I hate being the dude on the video, man. I've spent more time behind the video than I know what to do with. But for you, my brother, there it is.
Awesome.
So, if you have a background in radio, as do I. Most of mine was all college radio and video production.
Yep.
So now I'm teaching HVAC, and I get to go back to my roots. All my broadcasting was over at San Jose City College. That's where I teach now for HVAC, and now I'm back in front of a camera doing HVAC. It's insane.
Oh,
I love that. Awesome.
It's not good. Tiki murder.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, that ought to be great. That would be an awesome freaking sitcom, or even a murder mystery, a really lighthearted
it should
murder
be like
mystery.
Tiki Clue.
Tiki
Yeah, there we go. That would, all right.
The crime,
producers
it
out there,
happened
man, you need to be taking
right on
notes on this.
Zoom.
Tiki Clue.
The murder happened before everyone's eyes, and they couldn't do anything to stop it.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a twisted.
Murder on the
Murder at Tiki.
Bring in some of Ken's shrunken heads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What happened to this person? Why are the remains there?
Diagnosis murder.
Well, thank you much for that, dude. I appreciate it. And love seeing everybody. Believe me, this was great for me today. I don't know why Fridays seem to be my worst days, but love coming on here and seeing everybody's shining faces and having a few cocktails with you. Even though
Thank you, Jeff. Everybody will get our bill in the mail.
Thanks for coming to dinner. It's good
We'll
to see
see
you.
you next week. All right.
I can.
Bye, Ken. Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Bye,
Kenny.
Tuna Cone.
Bye,
Aloha,
Kenny.
everyone. You take it easy. Catch you on that
Bye,
flip.
Jeff. Bye, Tuna Cone.
Bye, Tuna Code.
Adios.
For joining.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, Grandpa.
Night, Paul.